not ever see a map of the continent of Africa other than to say that it was the largest continent on the planet. I did not see anything positive related to the continent of Africa. And so as a result, I grew up with low self-esteem as a result of me being African American and not knowing or understanding what that meant and not realizing that I was learning a lot about my people in a negative light and in a negative slant. That negativity was internalized by me. It was fostered by me, and I did not know how to break out of that cycle of negative thinking about myself. I actually was a little girl that looked in the mirror every day growing up, and I wished I looked different. I wished I had blonde hair. Well, I do have green eyes that turn blue sometimes, but I wished I had skin that was, we call that like Caucasian people. And I wished I was somebody that I wasn't, because the information that I got about being at that time I was a little colored girl, a little Negro girl, the information I got about who I was so negative and it was so untrue that I didn't want to be me. And I'm speaking an experience that millions and millions and millions of African American people had because of the negative information that was fed to us about who we are and what we represent. So I'm going to take you back now to the continent of Africa. I did not know when I was in elementary school that my ancestors actually came from this area here around the Gambia coast and the Sierra Leone, a distance that covers this territory all the way to the Gambia coast. I did not know that my ancestors came from areas that covered this territory. I did not know that my ancestors were hand-selected because they were gifted horsemen, they were gifted farmers, they were gifted when it came to herbs and the natural resources of the land. They were gifted and they were mastered at cultivating life and encouraging life and expanding life in a way that European people, when they first came here and saw us at work, they were like, whoa. Not only are they on a continent that is full of diamonds and golds and fruits and vegetables, animals that they had never seen, we were a people who were built for this land. We were strong and vibrant. Our skin was dark so that the sun wouldn't damage us. Our hair was coarse so that we could operate and move in this land that we were chosen to be in. God knew we were here. He knew He created us like we needed to be the best that we could be, and to honor and respect and to serve this land as best as we could. So European people came over and saw us at work. We had been practicing medicine since the beginning of mankind. Adam and Eve's presence is our first, as Christians, our belief system tells us, our faith tells us that Adam and Eve were the first humans on the planet. They come from an area where that's dark people. They didn't have blonde hair and blue eyes. They were people of color. And they managed to create and populate human existence, and those humans traveled all over this land. So European people came here. They saw us at work in this land. They saw how well we operated. We had civilizations that go back to the beginning of time. We had medicine that went back to the beginning of the time. We had sciences, mathematicians, farmers, horsemen, anything you could name, we were operating with. We were honoring God. We knew that God had to have created everything we were looking at, placed us here. We knew we were direct descendants of God. We never thought we were never idol worshipers. We were never crazy. We were never ignorant to a power greater than ourselves being at work for us and getting work done through us. We always knew that. about that. So European people came, saw all this wealth, saw all of this, all of us at work, and decided, wow, no, we want this. We want to have this. And the colonization process started. A group of people sat down one day, split this whole continent up, just split it. The Dutch, the French, the Italians, all those European countries merged and just took groups of it and turned a very vital process in the development of mankind into this very, very, very disastrous, I want to be kind, disastrous situation for anybody who was in earshot or view. And I say disastrous because I'm being kind, but I'm also saying disastrous because those actions are still working in a way throughout this whole planet that is not serving mankind as a whole. This continent belongs to the people who originated here. Only these people are now people in Africa, my ancestors, not these people, another unfortunate experience that I learned from somebody else, but African people have been in wars now for a very long time to regain the land that they were placed in at birth. They didn't go traveling nowhere and say, okay, this land looks good, I'll just camp out here. You know, nobody went to Germany or Italy or France and enslaved the people and took the people in ships to another land and said, okay, we're taking over, this is ours now. That process has only happened on this continent. And understanding the damage that the process created is very vital to the healing of people today. The damage that the former, let me see, I'm not going to say the former slave owners because they were not slave owners. They were owners of human beings who were enslaved. So the ancestors and the offsprings of those particular people were damaged in the same ways that my African ancestors were damaged.